Welcome back to 5-Minute Histories. Today we're journeying to the early 18th century to uncover the Tulip era in the Ottoman Empire, a period of cultural flourishing and significant change under Sultan Ahmed III. This era, spanning from 1718 to 1730, was marked by a series of attempts at reform and a distinct opening to Western cultural influences. Let's delve into how this period reshaped the Ottoman Empire in multiple aspects. The Tulip era commenced after the Peace of Passarobitz in 1718, a significant treaty that marked the end of protracted conflicts with the Habsburgs and Venice. This peace agreement not only heralded a shift from the Ottoman Empire's traditional focus on military conquest, but also ushered in an era of cultural renaissance and peace under the Sultan Ahmed III. The era was aptly named after the tulip, the Sultan's favorite flower, which came to embody the opulence and luxury of his reign. The tulip, prized for its beauty and rarity, became a symbol of wealth and prestige during this period, influencing everything from art to attire. Sultan Ahmed III's fascination with this flower fueled a broader cultural movement that emphasized aesthetic refinement and luxury, setting a stark contrast to the empire's previously austere military disposition. Sultan Ahmed III was a visionary leader who initiated a series of reforms aimed at modernizing the Ottoman Empire. He focused on restructuring the government to improve the efficiency of the administration, which involved revamping the legal and bureaucratic systems to ensure more streamlined governance. Economic reforms were particularly significant during this era, as the Sultan sought to stabilize the currency and foster healthier trade relationships, especially with European nations. These measures were critical in rejuvenating the Ottoman economy, which had suffered under the weight of prolonged military campaigns. The introduction of new monetary policies and the encouragement of foreign trade were designed to inject vitality into the empire's economy, making it more resilient and integrated into the global economic system. During the Tulip era, Western influences began to significantly permeate various aspects of Ottoman life, facilitated by enhanced diplomatic and trade relations with Europe. Sultan Ahmed III and his court increasingly embraced Western culture, a shift that was manifested in their clothing, which incorporated European styles, and in their lifestyles, which adopted more leisurely and luxurious habits typical of European courts. This period also saw the introduction of Western-style entertainments such as opera and ballet, which became popular among the Ottoman elite. The Sultan's openness to Western ideas and practices sparked widespread debates within the empire about the balance between preserving traditional Ottoman values and embracing modernity. These discussions were not confined to the elite, but engaged a broader segment of society, reflecting the deep cultural currents that were transforming the Ottoman Empire from within. Art and architecture saw remarkable innovations during the Tulip era, with significant European influences. Artists adopted Baroque and Rococo styles, which were evident in their intricate designs and elaborate decorations. Architecture during this period also reflected these changes, with the construction of palaces and public buildings that incorporated European designs, blending them with the traditional Ottoman motifs. The Tulip era was also a time of change in everyday life and social customs. The elite of Istanbul began hosting lavish parties in their tulip gardens, a trend that became a cultural phenomenon. Coffee houses and public concerts became popular, mirroring European social practices, and these venues became centers for intellectual and artistic exchange. Education and intellectual pursuits also flourished during the Tulip era. There was a noticeable increase in the establishment of libraries and patronage of scholars who were encouraged to study and share knowledge. This intellectual awakening was partly driven by translation of European scientific and philosophical works into Turkish, which allowed the Ottoman elite to engage with new ideas and perspectives. This cross-cultural exchange not only enriched Ottoman intellectual life, but also helped to lay the groundwork for future advancements in various fields. The Tulip era also saw advancements in technology and infrastructure. Innovations in printing technology were particularly significant, as the introduction of the first Ottoman printing press in 1727 allowed for the wider dissemination of knowledge. This was a major step forward in education and literacy, helping to foster a more informed and educated populace. Additionally, improvements in urban planning and construction of new roads, bridges, and public buildings facilitated greater connectivity and mobility within the empire. Though short-lived, the Tulip era had lasting impacts on the Ottoman Empire. It was a period that showcased the possibilities of cultural integration and the potential for reform within the empire. However, the era also led to significant expenditures and ultimately contributed to the financial difficulties that ended Sultan Ahmed III's reign. The Tulip era under Sultan Ahmed III was a remarkable period that brought about significant cultural and artistic development influenced by the West. It was a time that challenged traditional norms and set the stage for future reforms in the Ottoman Empire. Thank you for joining us as we explore the Tulip era. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful historical journeys.